Forrest Gump once told us, you never know what you'll get in a box of chocolates. But for a Dover woman, it was a box of CDs that held something she didn't expect. WBOC's Kent County Bureau Chief Mike Chesney reports.
Alabama Christmas.
A box of CDs.
A few records just thrown in there.
That's all Lisa Fennington thought she was buying.
Garth Brooks caught my eye.
She bought the box through an online yard sale.
We sorted through it, cleaned up what was in there, and in the bottom of the box was the little book.
A book with the words "My Life in the Service" on its worn cover.
We start looking through it and realized that it actually was a journal from, 1941.
Written by a man she'd never heard of before.
Lawrence R. Hannah. It was very interesting to read just the different things that he wrote. Kind of stuck. He seems to be a very brave person.
Lisa learned a lot about Lawrence's life.
He's from Maryland, from Baltimore. He started out at $21 per month.
And got a first-hand account of one of the most important moments of the 20th century.
A date which will live in infamy.
An account probably best described as nonchalant.
He put December 20th, 1941. Nothing of interest happened from Thanksgiving up until now. Spent the very swell birthday on December 5th. I was 24 years old. On December 8th, 1941, Monday, the United States declared war on Japan, and the furlough that I had coming up for Christmas was shot to hell.
Lisa was fascinated.
I am.
She knew she had to get the book back to Lawrence's family.
I just couldn't bring myself to just throw it away. It's somebody's life.
After she couldn't get back in contact with the guy she bought the box from, she reached out to WBOC.
I'd like to find some family members that was related to him. I think that would be something very nice to pass down.
We met up earlier this month, and Lisa gave us what information she could to work with.
Serial number.
Date he was born, date he joined the Army.
July 16th, 1941.
And so our hunt began for a man who would be 96 years old right now. We couldn't find an obituary. We tracked down Army records, old phone book entries, property deeds, and eventually, Lawrence's will and estate information. The documents told us he'd passed away in 1997 and gave us the names Richard and Jeannie Bear.
Hi, I'm trying to reach Richard.
Lawrence's nephew and his wife, who it turned out live in Bridgeville. I told them about Lisa, the box, and the book.
We said, maybe that's the book that we had been looking for. Accidentally, I think it was put into a box.
And sold in an estate sale.
We would have never just trashed, my life in the service because he was such a favorite, in the family.
We set up a time for Lisa to meet Jeannie and return the book.
I'm Lisa.
I'm Jeannie.
And in no time, they were chatting like old friends. Jeannie shared pictures.
This was Larry when he was in the service.
And memories of the man she called Larry.
Larry was a outgoing, compassionate, loving individual. He was very, very, very artistic, very talented.
She helped Lisa better know a man she'd only met through his words.
He was an entertainer.
He wrote when he came back, he went and saw Tommy Dorsey.
Yes.
And, a couple different performers in there.
For Lisa, it was a meeting she'd never forget.
There's a closure. I feel like I even know more about this man that I've personally never met. I feel like he found his way home. It's where it needs to be.
I'm really glad that you brought this back.
And for Jeannie, getting the book back was as pleasant and unexpected a surprise as Lisa had had when she found the book in the first place.
I think the fact that Lisa cared enough, to want to find the family that may have had the book, it sort of bonds us together.
A bond Larry'd be glad to know he helped create. Mike Chesney, WBOC News.
Now, Jeannie plans to use the book as part of a family history album she is making for her two daughters, who she says were very attached, that is, to their Uncle Larry.